Order 6 Rule 17 of the Civil Procedure. Order 6 Rule 17 of the Civil Procedure Code provides for compulsory amendment of pleadings of a part with imprisonment for 3 years and upwards, then the offence are recognizable. Schedule 1 of CRPC Part 2, Schedule 1, that if offense, offense in the other laws are punishable with imprisonment for 3 years and upwards, then the offences are cognizable and non-bailable. Offences are cognizable and non-bailable. Bharatiya Nagarika Sanhita, an accused shall not be released on bail. Section 428 of the CRPC. Section 480 of CRPC allows the period of detention undergone by a convict to be set up against the sentence of imprisonment in the same case. Section 428 of the CRPC. A magistrate power to order imprisonment in default cannot be exceed the magistrate sentencing power 29 and cannot exceed 1/4 of the maximum term of the imprisonment provided for the offence. Cannot exceed 1/4 of the maximum exceed 1/4 of the maximum term of the imprisonment. Section 48 of the CRPC allows the period of detention undergone by a convict to be set up against the sentence of imprisonment in the same case, but not in any other case. Sentence of imprisonment in the same case, but not in other case. Period of detention undergone by convict to be set up same case. 48. Compounding an offense under the CRPC result in the acquittal of the accused. Compounding offense. Acquittal of the accused. Correction option D. Under section 209 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. When a magistrate determines that an offense is triable exclusively by the session court, the case must be committed to the sessions court. This provision applies regardless of whether all accused are present, absconding or exempted from personal appearance. Magistrate determined that an offence is triable exclusively by the session court. The case must be committed to the session court. The case must be committed. The case must be committed to the session court. Case must be committed to the session court. This provision applies regardless of whether all the accused are present, absconding, or exempted from the personal appearance. Therefore, the case can be committed to the session court against all the accused, including A, B, C, D, E. Committed to the session court. This provision applies regardless of whether all accused are present, absconding, or exempted. An offence is triable exclusively by the session court. Exempted. Personal appearance. To the session court. The court can record the demeanor of a witness under section 280 of the CRPC. The court can record the demeanor of a witness under section 280 of CRPC. Section 3893 of the CRPC 1973 empowers the appellate court to suspend the sentence of an accused person and grant bail pending appeal. Section 3893 of the CRPC. The appellate court to suspend the sentence of an accused person and grant bail pending appeal. 3893 of the CRPC 1973 empowers the appellate court to suspend. Empowers the appellate court to suspend the sentence of accused person and grant bail pending appeal. And bail grant करियो. 73 empowers the appellate court to suspend करियो sentence. Section 3893. A policy report. A policy report is specifically excluded from the definition. A police report is specifically excluded from the definition of a complaint under the section 2D of the Code of Criminal Procedure. A police report is specifically excluded from the definition of a complaint under section 2D of the Code of Criminal Procedure. A police report is specifically excluded from definition of a complaint under section 2D of a Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. Criminal procedure specifically excluded from the definition of a complaint. Section 2D of Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. A section 90A of the Indian Evidence Act 1872 applies to electronic records that are at least 5 years old. 5 years old, 90A. At least 5 years old. Corona. In fiduciary relationships, the burden of providing the good faith of a transaction lies on the party in whom confidence is reposed.